Okay. Yeah. So my instant question, I suppose, would be, why is it that I am so happy and feel great and I'm sharing it with everyone, and I'm still always second guessing, did I do that right? Is somebody gonna catch the excitement that I have? And I know how to work my brain, but when I'm doing all of these things and trying to share, I'm just always second guessing.
So that's a repetitive pattern. In fact, that's the one I suggest you work on.
And I
Okay,
wrote
that's
it down.
good. Awesome. So let's work on that a little bit. So what I want you to do is give that some space, right? Just give it some space. And what you're doing is you're judging yourself and you're putting yourself in a position which really it sounds like isn't accurate. It sounds like you've evolved, you've grown. You're the people you take care of apparently enjoy being with you. And you're making it about you. You're making it part of your identity. See, the idea is for us to grow and become everything we want is to progress our identity by raising our standards. And as our standards raise, and you're basically doing more of this work, and you're seeing the benefit from it. The book by Hardy, Gain in the Gap, is that you're seeing all these gains occur. You have to basically say that factually, these are the gains that are occurring. And this second guessing that am I doing it right is an old pattern. It's a pattern from your past. We're at a point when sometime in your life, it doesn't matter whether it was when you were 5 or 40, that you basically were told that you were not worth, your self-worth was low. And honestly, it doesn't matter what someone told you or even what you think about yourself. The reality is what you do, right? You don't have to believe, you just have to do. And do creates efficacy, self-efficacy, because you get results. And so when you sense that, you need to stop, really isolate yourself with yourself, and just start creating space. Don't try to kill it. You know you have it. Don't try to kill it. Don't, because you know about it. Just be with it, right? And sense it. And because right now you get it, and then it creates conflict like this inside of you, and you get this anxiety from it, and this feeling of lack of self-worth, and it's a repetitive cycle. And it's honestly, it's all made up. It's totally made up. It's not real. So the way to be able to move beyond it is to just be aware of it and create space. Actually, Jim this morning was talking about on his walk, this feeling of spaciousness. It's the feeling of calm or spaciousness when you're no longer judging yourself. You're no longer needing to be right about yourself. You're simply recognizing that I have this tendency from the past because repetitive patterns started previously. See, they don't update themselves. That's why they're called repetitive patterns. You're not adding new information, but now you are adding new information. And as you sit with that in that spaciousness, start thinking, how does this affect my body? How is it affecting my emotions? What is it making me think about? And is it really real? Because, one of the things, actually, Jim's work, what if the opposite was true? What if actually what you're saying, you don't know if you're doing it enough for your self-worth? What if you have too much self-worth? I'm just making that up. But the point is, the projection that you have and the withdrawal that you get when you do that is no longer helpful. And the key is spacious. It's recognizing it, being there with it, not trying to get rid of it, not trying to dispose of it, just simply be there with it and start to realize it doesn't really have any effect on you. That's something from the past. You now have grown. You said you're happy. You feel fulfilled. You love what you're doing. That's enough. That's where it is. And to the point where at the highest level of consciousness, you no longer let that personal mind. See, your personal mind is, you created your personal mind. You did it since you were a little kid, and that is not serving you anymore. What's serving you is this level of awareness that allows you to become everything you want to be and to be aware. Like yesterday, we were skiing really hard, but the light was refracting off of the snow, and there were little crystals. And I sat there on the lift going up, and the wind was blowing, it was chilly. And I could have said, oh God, I'm cold. Instead, I diverted that from my body and looked out at this incredible scene in nature, right, with these just a billion diamonds in the snow. That's what you do. You simply, when you start having a negative thought, you basically give it space, allow it to become open, and then basically project that, you know what? I just did an amazing job. That client or the person you just talked to just made great. That's why, you saw me with Tanya, why I was crying, because this works. This stuff works. And to get that feedback that the work works brings great joy to me. And those are tears of joy. And they're not, I'm not going, oh, well, I'm the brilliant doctor. I got to sit here. No, I'm experiencing that and feeling that because I'm at a point now in my life when that's what makes life worthwhile. It's that interaction. You're doing all this wonderful work. So stop trying to sabotage yourself and beat yourself up. Okay?
Yes. All right. Well, that's very helpful.
Good. Thanks.
Thank you.